Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the word? What's the word?
What's going on?
What's good, iLLWill?
Chilling, man.
Oh, man. Welcome to another edition of No Facts, No Problem. Audience of one. Ain't no name yet. The name matters. Keep talking shit. The daddy and the man. The bald and the bearded. JussEricMatthew, iLLWill. Ra, ra. More fire. More. All right, let me stop. Dylan. Oh, man. I'm your host, your boy, Prince Hakeem, the Princess of Munda. You feel me? The chosen one, blessed and highly favored.
Talk about it.
And I'm here live.
Live,
brother,
baby.
My blood.
iLLWill.
Uh-huh.
The two-time
Two-time.
Son of the Year award. That's
Uh-huh.
98, 99, back to back.
Back to back,
You know what I mean?
Talk about it. But yeah, man, welcome to another edition of No Facts, No Problem. Settle in, relax. It's your boys. We're gonna do what we do best, man. We're gonna give you that heat. Man.
Yes, sir.
And iLLWill, in the spirit of giving that heat,
Talk to me.
when would we commence the heat giving?
I'm going to say right about now.
All right.
Let's get right into it, man. This week,
Yeah.
as we all know, there was a college admissions cheating scandal.
Oh, these cheating motherfuckers.
These motherfuckers, man. 50 people were charged with some schools known as Yale, Stanford, USC,
Yeah.
you know, et cetera.
et cetera. Big dogs.
The big dogs, baby. It was all by this guy named William Singer, who had a college career network thing going on,
Yeah.
where parents would donate money to him. And I say donation in quotes. And he would funnel that money and get these kids into these colleges, whether it be for scholarships playing sports. They would also cheat on the exams, SAT scores, and all of this. And everyone was in the test proctors, the admissions office, the sports teams, obviously.
Inside
you know,
job, man.
God
Everyone
damn,
was in
man.
on the cut.
Talk
man.
about being connected.
Wait, what was the guy's name again?
William Singer.
Okay, he's the mastermind.
He's the mastermind behind all of this.
Ooh.
And
Slimy, man.
there was a lot of parents in here. Some of them were famous. Obviously, we all know Aunt Becky from Full House. You know what I'm saying? God damn it, what a world we live in when Becky's fucking everybody over.
And Yo, confession. I never watched Full House.
He never saw Full House yet.
Nah.
I used to watch
about
it.
Uncle Joey, and I knew about Mary Kate and Ashley.
Cut it out,
Yeah,
dude. Whatever
exactly.
his name was. Who knows?
Yeah, and but yeah, and I never actually. So when everyone was talking about Aunt Becky, I'm like, bruh, who the fuck? But then I saw her picture. I'm like, oh no, I remember her. She fine. She was cute.
She's tight about all of this because she lost a few. She lost all those endorsements from Hallmark, from Sephora, and then Fuller House.
I'd be tight too.
And her daughter lost them too.
Shit.
And then from in Fuller House.
Wait, what the hell does her daughter do?
She's like, she was obviously in one of these schools
Right.
illegally, but
She obviously can't cut it. Okay.
but before this, she makes videos on YouTube, and she was, she had a big following and stuff, so she has scholarships too.
sponsors.
Yeah.
Nice,
She didn't even want to go to college. That's the funny thing. Her parents,
her
they
mom
made
tried
her.
her strong arm.
Yeah. Both of them, I think, or whatever the case. But now they
Now she's out of it.
They
She
had to
lost-
drop
she
out.
Lost those.
and she lost all that shit, and she dropped out of school because of bullying.
Talking about they bullying her at school. Well, yeah, I would understand
Yeah.
people bullying her, but
And
damn,
on her
to the point
YouTube
to
comments
drop
and
out.
shit. Yeah.
I disabled them fucking comments. You want to read them?
But she had 3 pages or 2 pages. She forgot to disable one of them, and they went in on her.
Oh my lord, that's another one, man. Bullying in real life, I get it. The cyberbullying, I'm sorry, call me insensitive, or maybe I'm just not really getting it. But log the fuck off. You ain't got to read that shit. I swear to God, you don't. For real, like
People are obsessed, man.
that's the thing. Exactly, we're addicted to that hit. We're addicted to that. Yo, what are people saying about XYZ? It's like, yo, if you know they coming at your neck right now, stay offline for a bit, bro. Lay low. It's
Disable those comments,
bro. In real life, let's say a street guy, because I know a street guy too.
You and me
When you
both.
do some dirt, right? You're not standing on the corner telling everyone you did the dirt. You lay low. You disappear for a while.
You gotta be real stupid if you're gonna do that.
Exactly. So it's the same thing for her. You just got caught red-handed. You feel me? Bruh, lay low. Get the fuck off your YouTube. Don't be out here making appearances. Don't be making no statements defending yourself. Just take the L. You know,
take that L.
Go on a ski trip or something. Y'all clearly got the bread.
They definitely got the bread.
With that much money be doing, but yeah, just duck off for a second.
Who you think is at fault in this situation?
Man,
or the parents should the parents be punished?
The parents should be punished, but I think the main people who are at fault are the administrators. It's the institution, the colleges. For those of you guys who don't know, because we do have listeners around the world.
Yes, we do.
The education system in the U.S. is so fucking twisted, particularly in terms of college. From the time you are in elementary school, you're told that you need college in order to be successful, right? So that's already ingrained in there. And they make it so difficult for you to go to college. They make it unaffordable. You know, most people who graduate with a 4-year degree are thousands of dollars in debt.
Yep.
And they can't land a job within the field that they study. So it's a twisted game, man. It's a twisted game. They get you coming, they get you going. So for me, the initial people, or the people who the hammer should come down the hardest on, are the administrators. All these people who work in the admissions office, the people who are administering the SAT and ACT test. Those are the people I think that should really, get this work.
Word, man.
Like the parents trying to game the system to make life easier for their kids, I totally understand that.
Hey, buddy, you and me both. You and me both.
Who do you put your blame on?
I put the blame on the colleges as well. College to me, or school, should be given to us. It should be free. Right. Granted, you do have to pay. You have to find a way to pay these professors and the whole works in a college. But college coaches get paid millions.
Absolutely.
They shouldn't be getting paid. I mean, not that they shouldn't. Let me change
if they can negotiate millions, shit,
exactly. Not that they shouldn't, but they're paying those people millions, and they're being paid with we're paying $50,000 a semester.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is. That shit has to be 50 something a semester or a year, whatever. All I'm saying is it should be free for us to get an education around the world.
A tidbit about the college coaches. In some states, the college coaches are the highest paid public servants in the state, meaning some of the tax dollars do pay some of their salaries. So, yeah, there is a problem with college coaches getting, not a problem, but...
Not a problem, I don't want to say a problem.
I can understand the argument towards college coaches getting millions of dollars. But
if you can finesse millions, you can, buddy, all the power to you.
I commend you, man. It's America.
But yeah, the parents... I don't see a problem with it, buddy, man. Right. I'm a father myself, and if I could, I would.
Talk that talk.
As long as someone's not getting hurt in the process. Right. If I can get my kid into, Yale.
See, but hold on.
And not even Yale, man. But
hold on.
Somebody here is getting hurt.
Exactly.
Somebody's getting left out.
Exactly. A group of people.
A group of people,
hurt, man.
Yeah. I mean, people are getting hurt, but, in this, man, if I could, I would.
That's what I'm saying. I appreciate your honesty because, a lot of people I saw online, a lot of people just going in on the parents, and I'm like, bro, if you can look at this objectively, I think you can understand where the parents are coming. Imagine you're a parent and you realize you got a dimwit for a kid who doesn't, have the priorities in order, who's not realizing the importance of this time in their life, the time of high school to college and blah, 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 and how it's going to manifest itself in their later life.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about this college thing. You go to school for that piece of paper, for that diploma, to say I went to XYZ prestigious school. There's only so much you learn there that you carry on for the rest of your life. If you're smart, there's tons you learn there that you can carry on, but majority of us just go there for the diploma, And in terms of no one being hurt, people are being hurt, man, because they're taking the spots of students who are actually qualified, to go to these schools. So, like I said, I do feel parents should be punished because they're a part of the fuckery.
No, they definitely should. But
but not to the level of the administrators. Yeah. Not at all. As a parent, your job is to set your kid up for the future, So I'm gonna try to guarantee.
You gotta do your best.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to guarantee that my kid is better off in the future. And to sit here on this mic and tell you anything else would just be a lie. It would be a lie.
Man.
And I think most of y'all are lying if you say otherwise, man.
They don't got kids, man. They don't understand. That's what it is.
I mean, shit, I ain't got no kids yet.
I know, but I'm saying, but you're putting in the perspective of a parent. Exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm gonna make sure my kid get his. You know.
Buddy.
When I was thinking about this, it started making me think about education in America. You know, and it's already been said that college is a scheme, and you know it's all a money grab, etc. But when you see that it's corrupt all the way through this level, you know, all the way at this level, it's like, yo, what do we do at this point? You know, how do people from lower income environments level the playing field?
I don't know, man. That's a hard one. To level the playing field with all these rich motherfuckers.
You know, I used to feel like sports is where the playing field was level.
Clearly is not,
because you know scholarships for so many people, for so many families, so many generations is what gave people the opportunity to go to college for free and blah blah blah. But they're even dipping into that, you know, into scholarships and stuff. So I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get what needs to be done in order for everyone to get a fair shake. You get what I'm saying?
I don't think there's ever going to be a fair shake in that.
What do you think happens though to these
to the parents?
What do you think happens?
Some of those parents are stupid because I remember reading that some of them had already had the scores to get into those schools, and they still did this whole thing. But those parents, I mean, they're clearly losing. As I said, Aunt Becky lost all those endorsements. Right. And I only know about the famous ones. Like the other one got arrested. What was her name? Lori
Loughlin, I believe.
Lori Loughlin. Yeah, she got arrested. She
they really kind of only publicized the famous ones.
Yeah, so
everyone
like
else like hedge fund people.
Yeah, so like those people I don't know, but I know that like she lost all her endorsements. Her kids lost their endorsements. They're getting bullied now. She's losing a lot of money. I mean, I'm sure she still has a shit ton of money if she saved well.
If you can afford to pay, I don't know, $500,000 or $1 million to
get your kid,
guarantee your kid gets into the school, I would venture to guess.
Yeah,
that her bank account doing all right.
Yeah, it has to be doing all right. But should they get in trouble? I mean, that's fraud, right? What do they consider this as? Yeah, so give her 3 months or some shit. I don't know how. Fraud. Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know about the 3 months, man, because, bro.
No, I don't know how much they're going to get. I'm saying, like, give them. I don't even think they should do time, man. I don't know, man. I'm biased, though, man. I'm a parent.
I was going to say,
I do it.
No. This is where we defer. I do think they should do time because, okay, again, for those of you guys who don't know, in the U.S., not even college, let's talk about high school and elementary schools. There are zone schools, right?
Yeah, zone schools.
Zone school means there's a school within your neighborhood, and every kid within a certain radius has to go to that school.
Yep.
And if you're not within that radius, you are not permitted to go to that school. I mean, there's an allocated number of students who can be brought in from outside of that zone, but everyone else who attends that school has to be from that region.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I mean, I can speak for myself and some of my friends. People would lie about their address to be able to go to better schools.
Yep.
You know?
They do that now.
Yeah, exactly. But if you get caught, you would get into a pile of shit. And for example, just to throw a few names out there was Kelly Williams Bowler. She was convicted of using the wrong residence to get her daughters into a better school district in Ohio. And she was sentenced to 3 years.
Woo.
Yeah. And had to pay 30 G's.
Well, knowing that, then these bitches should do time.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. There's another one. There's another, because I remember this. And another young mother, Tanya McDowell, she got 12 years for sending her 6-year-old son to Norwalk, Connecticut's Brookside Elementary School while she lived in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And even though she was homeless, you know, so she was dealing with her housing issue, but all the while she still had the intestinal fortitude to try to put her kid first and put her kid in a better school.
In a better situation.
And she got 12 years.
12 years. God. For a non-violent
crime. So I'm like, nah, man. Aunt Becky needs to get,
Aunt Becky better do 8 years.
Something. Or
more.
We need to change that rule and get some of those people out of jail. Because this is not okay, man. The same thing that Aunt Becky was trying to do was the same thing these two young ladies were trying to do. And that's just provide a better environment for their kid. Yeah. And the fix to this, honestly, it's not getting people out of jail or whatever. It's making the schools better. That's the fix to this.
That shit's hard to make the schools better, man. The money.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're pumping in money into these other schools in these other regions, in these affluent neighborhoods, it's like, yo, the people who are in the gutter never get a chance to rise up, man. And in the event that they do get a chance, if they get caught, they get 12 years. Like,
God,
on, man.
damn it.
It's some bullshit.
12
12 years for trying to get my kid to go to yo, come on, man. And I think it's just a further conversation on discrimination.
Oh, there's definitely discrimination. Obviously, if you come from a lower income neighborhood,
Right.
you can't fucking cheat your way in the way these people are doing it. And most of the people that are in these lower income neighborhoods are minorities.
Yeah.
You know, black and Hispanic and whatever the case may be. So I think, number one, we're already at a disadvantage for living in these neighborhoods, right?
Exactly.
Then this happens. So even if you're the best ball player or whatever,
Or the smartest kid.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard for you to get in because you know people are doing shit like this.
People are taking spots from students who
Deserve it.
Yeah, who are more deserving.
Yeah,
ultimately.
more deserving.
Do you think you need a college degree in today's world
No,
to be successful?
no.
Not
I
at
mean,
all?
people define success in different ways.
Exactly.
I'm gonna throw
Fair.
that out there.
Touche.
So to be successful, no, you don't need. I don't think you need a college degree, period, unless it's for one of those jobs or fields that require a college degree. But you see kids now. Last year, that 7-year-old made $22 million off of YouTube.
A 7-year-old
7-year-old
playing video games or
22
something?
million. All he does is review video games.
Wow.
I mean, not video games. Sorry, he reviews toys,
Right.
and he was the highest grossing YouTuber last year. He made 22 million.
Damn,
All right.
22 M's. That's
22
That's
M's.
crazy.
He's 7 years old, and so
That's a YouTube, man.
with all the technology and stuff that we have in front of us, I don't think you need a college degree. So
I want to say I agree with that, but at the same time, I'm not discouraging anyone from pursuing a college degree. But yeah, the
no,
way
me either.
no,
me
I
either.
know, yeah, I know you're not either. But the way that the world is laid out right now, it definitely seems like you don't need it anymore. It definitely seems like it's a lot more about connections and about what you can provide for people directly.
Yep.
You know, for those of you trying to get into, like you said, into jobs or like the
Fields.
corporate world, exactly. Yeah, you would need a college degree. I think the college degree is simply sort of like a barometer or a validation to say this person can commit themselves to something for 4 years, can accomplish this random criteria that we've set out.
Yeah.
You know, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be good at this job. You know, I do think college is a scam, but with all that said, I do think a lot of people will benefit from it, man. There's a certain maturation process I feel that happens whenever you go to college.
Yeah.
Just in terms of responsibility and individuality, etc. I think that's all stuff that, you know, you can't really put a price on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you go about your college experience any differently?
Knowing what I know now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone to college
At all?
at all.
Wow. That's a
Yeah.
revelation. Well,
Even though my shit
if
was
y'all
fully
can't tell, I'm
funded.
shocked.
Yeah,
Damn.
no college
No college at
at all.
Not
Straight
even
hustle.
A few classes.
No, man, not even one.
So you feel like you wasted your time there completely?
Not wasting my time because obviously you learn stuff,
Yeah.
number one, and you meet people, number two.
Right.
So, well, I'm going to put you meet people, number one,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
because connections are,
Connections.
buddy, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Right, and I stand by that.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
like,
I wouldn't have gone.
Auntie Becky, she knew William Singer. And
Exactly.
She
There you
guaranteed
go,
to get
buddy.
Her kid in. That's it.
That's all it is.
Shit, man. But what were you saying? So yeah, so you wouldn't go at all.
Yeah, at all.
Wow.
High school, straight hustle. Boom, leave,
High
boom,
school to
hustle.
Damn. Okay. Would you? Okay, you have a son now.
Yes.
Are you going to tell him the same thing?
I am going to tell him the same thing.
Keep that same energy.
Caroline's not.
Okay.
But I am going to tell him.
You're gonna
like,
tell him, hey, you don't really need this.
I'm going to tell him if you don't want to go to college to pursue, you know, to be a lawyer, a doctor, or whatever it is you want to do,
Right.
there's other options. There's trade school, which we barely do in the United States.
Bro,
Yeah.
I mean, not
So
not
he can-
on the coasts. In Middle America, they
In
still,
Middle America, they still
Yeah.
do, but like us in the New York
Exactly.
regions. So if he wants to go about that route, I I'll back him up,
Yeah.
100%. And if he thinks that college is not for him, then I can't be a hypocrite.
Right.
Even though we're all walking hypocrites, I'm gonna throw that out there too.
That's a big fact.
But I know that Caroline won't. She's not about.
She's not
all
gonna
about
let
that
go
education. Yeah.
Right. Damn, that's interesting though, because as you said, yeah, it depends what he wants to do. It's kind of like a lot of those kids in Europe, they take like a year off to like find themselves
and
or
shit.
to go traveling and shit. I don't fucking know. Like in the States, we don't really have that luxury unless you got that bread.
Yep.
But that's very interesting because at that time, like the time right after high school, most people don't know what they want to do. Most people in undergrad don't know what they want to do with their lives. So it's interesting to take that approach of letting him make his own decisions at that age.
Yeah.
Because
at
those
18,
decisions,
yeah.
exactly. But those decisions could affect his life for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
But wow, that's interesting, man. Are you like 100% sure in that though? Like,
Yeah, 1,000%. But there's no. 1,000% sure.
I'm trying to see if there's any room.
No, man. There's no room.
Fuck all that.
Fuck all that school.
Fuck them
shit.
books, man.
Yeah, fuck those books, man. I could have read all that shit online.
No, that's a fact, bro.
So let's get off this.
Let's get off college cheating shit.
On to more serious matters.
Serious matters, man. Okay, so most of you have probably heard by now about the mass shooting in New Zealand at two mosques, Al Noor Mosque and Linwood Mosque, both in Christchurch, New Zealand. The shooting was live streamed on Facebook by the suspect.
Don't even say his name. I don't want his.
We shouldn't give him no props.
No props.
I'll mute that out.
Yeah, mute his name out.
I'll
Fuck
mute
that
his
guy.
name out. So the shooting occurred at Al Noor Mosque and Linwood Mosque in Christchurch, and the suspect allegedly handed out white extremist manifesto before the attack. There are 50 people dead at this point, and the suspect has fired his lawyer and will represent himself. The state-appointed lawyer said that the suspect is rational and not suffering from a mental disability. He very much is aware of what is going on. Okay? Just a few fun facts about New Zealand. The frontline police, so like the foot police, patrol, they're not armed with guns and bulletproof vests. They have stab-proof vests, and they keep their guns and bulletproof vests in the trunk of their car. So they're walking around, I don't know, with fucking nightsticks or some shit. Like some people, a lot of police in Europe or some of these places, they're not strapped, For those of y'all who've been to the States,
we always strapped.
Hit the club. No. And but yeah, there are 50 people dead at this mosque. The question that comes to mind for me after getting all the facts about, this massacre is Islamophobia real, man?
Yes. Hell yeah, it's real. And we see it even when I was young, I saw it now at the time I didn't know this was, a thing or but when we were young.
Oh, hold on.
Story time with Uncle Will, baby.
With Uncle Will, let's get it.
Let me get that drop. But when we were young, 2001,
okay,
buildings got hit. Obviously, if you lived in New York, and they gave us 2 days off of school. I remember this vividly, where I was, everything that happened, right? But
for 9/11, you're saying?
For 9/11, yeah. But when we went back to school, first day back, on the way home, 2:00, regular day, there was a kid walking.
Ooh.
And he was with his sister, and she was wearing
hijab?
A hijab, yeah.
Okay.
And they were together walking like a normal day.
Right.
And a group of kids went up to them and jumped them. And both of them, yeah. They hit her and him. Damn. This is when we were in middle school.
Right.
So they were in middle school as well. They jumped them. No one did anything. Parents walked by.
No one, right.
Yeah, adults walked by and said that they deserved it.
Oh, wow.
And this, so...
Was this uptown?
Yeah, this was on 182nd Street. I remember it was yesterday. 182nd Street. They did all of this in light of the 9/11 attacks.
Right.
Now, fast forward a few years, and I moved to D.C. I'm living there for a few years.
Yeah.
And my place of employment gave Muslims and everybody a little room where they can pray. Exactly. You know, they would keep the blanket. What's the name of it? It is
the rug that they pray on. I forgot the name.
I forgot the name too, man.
On,
but you know,
pray 5 times a day. It's like
they have a little room where they can go in and pray 5 times a day. Where everybody keeps their little rugs there, everything that they need, their Qurans.
Yeah.
And a group of white guys, we all knew who they were.
Damn.
Everyone knew who they were.
Yeah.
Took human feces, their own, put it on a blanket. On a newspaper.
White people be bugging sometimes, man.
They went in there.
To play with their own
yo,
shit?
Listen.
Like, what the fuck?
4 dudes, grown ass men.
Yo, hold on. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
even on the fucking evilness and the xenophobia behind this action. I'm still stuck on the fact that they're playing with their own shit just to piss someone off.
No, but you know what they did? They went into this room and rubbed that everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. You rubbing shit
on the carpets, on the Qurans, on everything,
my Lord.
everywhere, and walked out like nothing happened. Now
Did
we
they
all
get in trouble?
No, because
No one told.
no. What happened was a Muslim went in there to pray. You know, like 4 or 5 of them They have to pray at certain hours or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's 5 times a day. They got to face. I think it's East or West.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing.
Yeah, you face the Mecca
through,
or whatever it is, depending
prayer,
on where you. So they go in there. They see all of this and they report it. I mean, they go to tell the manager.
Crime, man.
Yeah, but the manager had called and had them clean it up super quick. So by the time the other managers went in and saw, everything was gone and nothing happened to these white guys.
Damn.
So yeah, it was never proven that
is
it's
also at fault, man.
Yeah, no, of course.
Fucking bullshit, bro.
But yeah, that's so I know that Islamophobia is real. I know that it exists everywhere.
Dude, I know it's real because I remember same thing after 9/11. Immediately, I don't know if because I was a kid or I was living in my own bubble, I had never really heard about, the Middle East in terms of like Afghanistan or Osama bin Laden. And, all that. These people had never been on my radar.
Yeah,
as a
me
kid,
either. Me either. Let me throw that out there.
Exactly. But as soon as 9/11 happened, we started hearing about weapons of mass destruction,
everything,
Osama bin Laden,
yellow cake,
everything, and how we you stupid, and how we needed to go over there, and America needs to strike back because these are the enemy, and like that's what they were pumping, that's what they were promoting. It wasn't something that I just thought of in my head on my own,
Yeah.
And I remember when I got on a plane after 9/11. Not necessarily that I felt uneasy that there were some Arabic-looking people there.
Yeah.
But I remember this. This is me as a shorty. I was definitely okay with all of us being thoroughly searched. I was like, search the shit out of everybody because these motherfuckers are getting on. And I hate to say that, but it was a learned hatred. It was a learned fear rather.
That shit is taught.
Yeah, man. That xenophobia, like, It's sad because, as you're saying, these kids who were jumped for no reason, they're walking home from school, In New York City, you would hear about a lot of cab drivers getting pulled out of cabs and getting their ass beat. Some of them are Indian. The Indians, the Sikhs, they also wear like turbans and stuff.
Yeah, they wear turbans.
And just out of ignorance, people just lumped, they're all brown and they all got the head wrap, so they must be down. And they were jumping Sikh Indians. Just
stupid.
Motherfuckers just didn't know any better, man.
They also started the whole search thing, whatever, in the NYC train stations. You remember this?
Yeah.
A lot of the times
Random
it would be Indians, Muslims. I never got searched.
Catch people.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna front. I've been searched plenty of times. I figured they were trying to find like drugs on people like me. But yeah, no, definitely there was that theory out there that it was about targeting these groups. And but how do you feel about that? About people being targeted at the airport?
People being targeted at the airport, I think is bullshit. It still happens now. People get targeted now.
Oh no, I'm sure.
But yeah, I think it's stupid. It should be it's allegedly randomized.
Right.
But it's a human doing it. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, fuck.
Everyone who's getting randomly.
God, yeah, that's just stupid.
And I'm only laughing because to my Arabic brothers and sisters, I go through my own version of it. Yeah. When we're randomly getting searched at the train, or when we're randomly getting selected. I don't know.
Walking down the street, I got stopped once.
Exactly. Talking about, get the fuck up against the wall. I'm like, fam, why are you talking to me like that?
Yeah.
But for me, for the airport or things like that, search everybody, dog. Thoroughly search everybody. There's a notion of whenever there's a notion, whenever you say selective or random searching, that a majority of the people are kind of just let through and a handful are picked out and isolated. I say thoroughly search everyone. Fucking randomly search everyone. Okay? And that's how we're going to keep some fuck shit from happening. Nah, for real. I don't care if I got to be there an extra 20 minutes. As long as this shit don't,
Yeah,
as long as there ain't nobody on this. But
he live streamed it, man. Talk to me about that.
Live stream. I mean, it automatically made me think about censorship.
Yeah.
And
I hate that word.
You don't want anything censored?
No, I do want things censored, but damn, man, I hate taking away the freedom.
Right.
Right?
That
I sound like a Republican.
No, I mean, you definitely do.
God,
But bro, I kind of agree with you. I have that conflict internally
me too.
of like, because something like this, I think can only bring negative.
Yeah, me too.
In terms of this, for those of you guys who don't understand what a live stream is, he's wearing a sort of a body camera.
He was wearing a GoPro, I think it was.
Exactly. So you can see when he's killing people. You can see the blood and you see all of this. It's like a fucking horror.
You see it
movie.
live. Did you see the video?
No, hell no.
Okay.
I don't watch shit like this, man.
I don't watch shit like this either anymore. I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
that because I used to watch it. Remember?
No, you used to be a wild boy.
Yes, I stopped.
Will would send you a video of someone's face getting busted open. Like, bro,
Yeah, shit was weird.
yeah, no. For those of you guys who know me, you can attest to it.
Yeah,
I'm not with Nathan's. So there was no way I was going to go look for this. But
People at work were watching it
of course,
the next day.
dude. That's what I'm saying. There's a faction of society that is into these things, and it's
That's the dark web, baby.
bro.
That's where they end up.
Oh my lord, I find it like not to judge anyone's proclivities, but I find that shit so weird. Like, why do you want to watch people getting killed? I don't know. But yeah, so for me, it brought up the debate about censorship, and like I said, in this situation, I think the only thing it will do is inspire other shooters,
Killers, yeah,
other
to go out there.
Yeah. So I understand the censorship, but I don't know if I agree with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I'm torn too, cause damn, man, I like not to sound like a Republican again,
Say it
because that's
with
what
your
they always
chest.
preach. But they, freedom, that shit. I think we should all be free to live stream or whatever the case may be, what you want. But in this case, man, it's iffy because all he's gonna do is inspire the next man.
Exactly.
Or woman, we don't know.
Where we don't know.
Yeah, to go
but
out
it's
there. It's always men.
I was gonna say. I was just about to say. Bro,
There was like one.
Kind
There was
of
like
weird.
one.
These mass shootings. I never hear any women doing. You're saying it's one. I've never heard of her.
But it wasn't even a mass shooting. I think she just killed one dude.
Man, that ain't no mess. She had a
Yeah.
beef.
Yeah, she had a
She
beef,
handled
yeah.
her business. You feel me?
But yeah, it's always men.
Also, in terms of censorship, Turkish President Erdogan, who we've
Spoken about
before.
That mother.
Turkish dictator, he showed the live stream at a campaign rally.
God,
Yeah,
This
he showed the live stream at a
motherfucker.
campaign rally, and I don't.
Saying
you
what?
can guess.
I mean, it's a rally, so it's to back
Exactly.
him up.
It's
Yeah.
back up his idea of the Western world is anti-Muslim, is
Yeah.
anti-Islam, and we need to band together to combat this.
Yeah, yeah,
Basically, and I have fear that again, live streaming this will only open the door to more of this. Isn't this what ISIS used to use to recruit?
Yeah, they used to use media and shit. Yeah,
And the media plays right into it.
I know, because the media's stupid.
I mean,
We spoke about the media last week, right? About perception being, but
perception is half the battle, baby.
yeah, man. You see the stories coming out on this guy, front page newspaper. He's an angel child.
Oh, fuck out of here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, boy, no,
But yeah, I mean, in terms of censorship and stuff, and this whole this president playing that video, I
Man,
think it is gonna.
Erdogan.
Buddy, that puts the battery on somebody's back. Yeah.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying.
And hold on, not to cut you off. Sorry, but this also might provoke somebody to do the opposite.
To retaliate.
Yeah, to retaliate because they're seeing
Exactly.
this. Like, oh, this is how they're treating us Muslim people.
Man.
Somebody will go out there and retaliate. That's where ISIS came about. ISIS was crazy with it.
Bruh.
They had that one leader that spoke
beast.
perfect English. Allegedly, he went to school here and everything.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But we never saw his face, or I never saw it. So
I wouldn't see his face just because I'm afraid of what else is on that video. But yeah, man.
he would always cover it. Bin Laden went to school here. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Graduate. And the military here.
Oh, I didn't know he went to the
He was.
military.
Yeah.
Wow. But there's no doubt that this can be used as propaganda. This is being used as propaganda.
Yeah.
Exactly. And And it again, that question about censorship is like, it's not one of those things you can really be in the middle on. You know, either you're going to censor people or you're not. And in terms of America, it's supposed to, when I say America, I mean the United States, it's supposed to be a free will, free environment, world. Free country. Yeah. So censorship kind of flies in the face of that, you know? But it's a debate that should be figured out because, do websites even have a responsibility to what it's showing? Like some people are upset at Facebook.
And at YouTube, because it was live stream on both.
But why do you think they have a responsibility?
Well, they have a responsibility. Like if there's child pornography on, they cut that shit off quick. You know, they have algorithms to like detect, find stuff, to detect things and cut it off and shut it off. And they've done so in the past. And also, YouTube and Facebook both cut off Alex Jones, right? Yeah. Completely. Yeah. So did Twitter and all of them. Yeah. So, like, if something like this is happening live, they should be able to find it. Like, that shit had crazy views from what I'm hearing. Of course, because people are fucking weird. Yeah. So, they should have seen that this one video is getting so many plays and should have cut it off. But I think it played to the end. Oh, like, he recorded everything to the end. Man. And I didn't see the video, but people were telling me, like, almost towards, like, the end or, like, the middle-ish, there's a woman begging for her life. And he's pointing at her. Yeah. And she's begging for her life. And you see him pull the trigger and everything. Ooh. Kill her right there. Like, in cold blood.
Nah, man. I mean, just hearing that is giving me chills.
Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
Nah. Ooh, I rebuke it.
So
rebuke it in the name of Jesus.
If it's in your bylaws, like we spoke before, if it's in your bylaws, not to have any violence, not to have any, like, I know YouTube, you can't have certain words, like, you can't promote any terrorism, anything like this. They cut you off, they demonetize you. Yeah. And in situations like this, for videos you put up, they even take you down for certain videos. Like, my friend got pulled down because he said the word bomb in his video, but he says he's playing a video game. Yeah. And he's saying, yo, I'm going to bomb all these motherfuckers, you know? Yeah. But he's talking about a video game where he's going to bomb the opposite team. And he got taken off. Wow. And he got taken off within, like, he was telling me, like, 15 hours or something. Damn. You telling me they can't find this, which is going on live? Crazy. My friend gets, like, 100 views. Right. They should have a, you know.
Yeah, so, there should be a better system in place to detect these things. Yeah. I feel like these platforms, again, you can't straddle the fence, man. You can't be in the gray area. I think they have to take a position. So something like Facebook, for example, or even YouTube, whatever. These, particularly YouTube, this is user uploaded content. Right? Live, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not a YouTube that fucking programs anything for you to. I mean, they do kind of program things for you to watch.
Yeah, they do. They have a whole.
That can be changed. But I'm saying in terms of what is actually on YouTube, it's all user uploaded. Yeah. So if there is a faction of society that wants to watch it, I think YouTube, either you allow everything to be watched, even the fuck shit, or you say we're censoring shit all the way. But it can't.
But YouTube
be in the
does.
Middle. Oh, they
censor shit all the way. Yeah.
Well, clearly they don't.
I mean, clearly they don't.
That's what I'm saying. So if they get sued, then I feel like they're liable. Because if you're supposed to be this beacon for, you know, what is clean and right on the internet, all the while still providing a platform for people to express themselves, then I think you have to carry that all the way through. But if you're going to censor some people and allow some others, then nah, man. Like, that's not okay. But ultimately, I think I'd rather it be. I hate to say it, man. I mean, this is how I feel today. Maybe tomorrow will change, but it's almost like I'd rather it be the Wild West. You know?
Me too. I feel the same way.
Yeah,
Wild West, baby.
Wild West, fuck it.
It's gonna be up somewhere.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. There's some website where it's gonna be for sure.
Yeah. Like I said, people were watching it 2-3 days later at my job. It happened. When did it happen? I texted you that morning when it happened.
On the 15th, March 15th.
So yeah,
a couple of days later.
Like 3 days later, people were at work watching it. I told them, no, man, I don't want to see this. Yeah, they try to show me. Nope. They try to show me. We got this one funny dude at work, man. That dude is. I'll tell you about him off air. No. But he's into all of this shit.
Nah, bro. And just before we continue, I have to shout out. There was one person. So at the first mosque, at Al Noor Mosque, there were 42 people killed. Yeah. And at Linwood, there were 7 people killed. Yeah. And rest in peace to everyone who passed away. It's unfortunate.
Murdered,
Shout out to their families. Who's murdered? They didn't pass away. They were killed. You're absolutely right. But the shout out I want to give is to Abdul Aziz, because when the suspect came to the second mosque, the Linwood Mosque that had the 7 murders, Abdul Aziz confronted him because the dude shotgun was empty. He drops the shotgun. Abdul Aziz, while everyone is running away, he runs, he picks up the shotgun, attempts to shoot it, dude, but the shit is empty, and he hurls it at him. And it hits his car. And that's the only reason he left. In the other mosque, allegedly, he emptied his clip, went back to his car, got another gun, came back, and nobody did anything. And no one did anything, because I think you're gripped with fear. I've never been in that situation.
I've never been in that situation.
So I refrain from judging or speaking out of turn, but the fact that this guy stood up in this way, I don't know how many lives he saved, So Abdul Aziz, exactly, and he's from Afghanistan. He moved to New Zealand 25 years ago, and yeah, man, he stood up, and I think he saved a bunch of lives. So shout out to him,
I'm gonna say that's the one. I've never been in a situation like this either, but that's the one time. Where it's
you've
okay
been
to be a hero.
Situation.
I've been held at gunpoint and stuff, yeah, but never where that people are shooting and shit. I've been held at gunpoint twice.
Word.
Not like on some they're in there shooting.
Yeah,
up
the shots weren't being fired in your situation. This is definitely different.
Yeah, but if that motherfucker's reloading, you charge that motherfucker.
Right.
I would hope that I would do that, but I've never been in the situation.
Exactly. But I thought you said never be a hero.
But when I say never be a hero, I'm not.
Happened?
Hold on, let me tell you. I'm not.
Because this is some hero shit.
But let me tell you, it's fucked up. I'm sure what went through his head is, he's thinking about those other people, but he's thinking about himself too, man.
No, for sure.
And what I'm saying
is,
kids
though, his kids were begging him to come back, and he was like, "Nah, Daddy,
you gotta do it." Yeah. Listen, especially if I'm with Liam, there, I'm charging this motherfucker. If I see him reloading, I'm charging this motherfucker. Yeah. I mean, I would think that I would do that, knowing myself, but I've never been in that situation.
So there are some instances where you could be a hero,
and that's more for me than for them, unfortunately. I'm gonna say that out there right now. I love my life, man.
Yeah, I feel you though. But yeah, shout out to Abdul Aziz. So in New Zealand, they've amended their gun laws.
Yeah.
So guns are legal there. You have to be 16 years old to obtain a gun license, and once you have a gun license, you don't have to register every weapon. No, you don't. That it's tricky. You don't have to register every weapon. And in terms of the automatic weapons, they're a little harder to get, but they're still obtainable. Those are the ones that you have to register and stuff like that. So the Prime Minister, Jacinda Ardern, Prime Minister of New Zealand. He
changed all that shit, right?
Exactly. Immediately, within fucking 36 hours, she says that the details of the gun law reforms will be coming within the next week. That was via the BBC. And then the Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Winston Peters, who formerly opposed gun law changes, he said, and I quote, "After 1 p.m. Friday, our world changed forever, and so will our laws."
Yeah,
I found that to be so refreshing, man, because over here in the States, we've been having a gun problem.
Yeah, I don't think we have a gun problem. Go ahead.
But okay, so you'll be able to chime in. I'll say we've been having a gun problem, and nothing is being done. And we look at this other society, immediately after 50 people are killed.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, we switching this shit up. We're making it harder for people to obtain guns. They're not banning their guns.
It should be harder,
gun. Yeah. But even for them, there are old laws. You had to have a mental evaluation, and
we don't have that here.
Yeah, right. Ours could be changed, but you were saying you don't think we have a gun problem here.
No.
So what problem do you think we have?
Guns don't kill people, right? People kill people.
Okay, right? Fair.
And I don't think we have a gun problem. I think we have a mental issue problem, and it's easier to disguise it as a gun problem.
Bro, but I'm gonna let you finish.
Go ahead.
But in terms of the mental illness problem, isn't that a slippery slope? Like, how do you determine whether someone is mentally fit or not?
Well, we have specialists for this.
But that's what I'm saying. For someone like him, like this guy, I don't want to say his name anymore.
Yeah, don't say his name.
He went out there and he did this, but everyone's saying in terms of his psych evaluation that he's perfectly sound. He just decided to do this. So it's
that motherfucker has hate in his blood.
Right.
But
is hate a mental illness?
No, it's not. It's not. Is it? I don't know. It's definitely not. It's definitely not.
No, I don't know. It's debatable.
It's definitely not. Yeah, but no, yeah, I don't think we have a gun problem. But in terms of mental health, like we have specialists like in the over there. You said that they have to get a psych evaluation.
Yeah, you have to pass a psychiatric.
Yeah,
evaluation.
I don't think you have to do that here. But
no, you don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Here
you
you can buy guns at a fucking gun show.
You can buy them in Dick's Sporting Goods.
Exactly.
Nah, they changed it. They changed that after that. After that shooting.
I think Walmart, you can still buy them.
No, I think all those people are gonna stop after that one shooting in New Zealand. So it took another country to get shot up for us to change.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, no, I don't. In terms of mental health, like there's it should be for every gun. Number one, it should be harder to get a gun.
That's what I'm saying.
It should be harder.
Off the rip.
Yeah, off the rip. Like you shouldn't have any violent crimes because not all crimes are violent.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have any violent crimes. You should have a mental evaluation. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't think I'm gonna stand by. We don't have a gun problem.
Man, I think we definitely have a gun problem. I think the Second Amendment is I think it's being misunderstood. By my understanding of it, it's not like I ain't got no facts, but by my understanding of it, it was made so that the states could defend themselves if the union wasn't upholding their end of the bargain in terms of protecting the states and doing right by the states. And this was written out in 17 whatever the fuck whenever they wrote the Constitution. In 2019, the states would never be able to defend themselves against the U.S. government, even with these gun laws. The U.S. government, the U.S. Army, is a whole different kind of beast. So I think people are a little confused.
It's not just for that though.
So what else is it for? To defend yourself, sure.
To defend yourself,
okay.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but initially, in terms of the law that was written in the Constitution, it was about militias being able to defend themselves from the whole joint, falling apart, basically, from tyranny from the whole union. So I'm like, for people, my Second Amendment right, I feel you. You want to defend yourself, baby. I'm with you. But if the country was to decide to fucking quarantine Manhattan right now, there is nothing you'd be able to do about it.
Let me tell you that.
Talk to me.
2015.
Okay.
In one Texas, United States of America, this state,
yeah.
A militia,
Lone Star State.
Yeah, exactly, baby. A militia was, a town was denied to take their cattle from one location to another, because it would pass over a small little road, right. But the government didn't want it. Okay. Right? They did it anyways. They sent out their army, and the militia won that battle. So it can happen, okay? Right. It can happen. You
realize that's one
state. It can happen.
You realize that's one state.
And they're all gunned up. Everybody in that state is gunned up.
Yeah.
Everybody has guns over
there. The South is a different beast. That's first of all.
Yeah.
Let me just say, I do agree with people having the right to bear arms, but I don't think it should be any automatic weapons.
Well, you can't have automatic weapons in the United States of America.
What are these weapons that they're buying at fucking Walmart and shit? With the
what
kickback?
Do you mean? Those are semi-automatic.
Yeah,
semi-automatic.
Okay, I don't think you should be able to have semi-automatic weapons.
Maybe not. I don't think you need it.
To like a shotgun, handgun, things that you can defend yourself with, but you're not going to be out here spraying hundreds of
matter
of
fact, I don't even think. Oh yeah, no, you can't have semi-auto. Yeah.
No, the semi-auto you can. Dude, I've seen them in Walmart. I've seen the guns. This was a while ago, but
looks can be deceiving because an M16 comes with single shots only.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair
enough. Two shots.
Like in Connecticut.
Right.
Those are that's basically a pistol you're shooting. It looks like an M16, but the way it hits the bullet, it comes out with the pressure of a handgun.
But you can't fucking tweak and play with it to make it automatic, because that's what this guy did.
That's illegal though.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So in New Zealand,
you can't buy it like
this.
that. Yeah.
He did this. He bought a regular gun and he
gangsters do that here.
More, more potent, and it's legal there though. Yeah. So
that's illegal here. No.
I just to put a button on it, I think we should revamp the Second Amendment, revamp it, not do away with it, but revamp it. Matter of fact, what's his name? Thomas Jefferson.
Talk about it.
3rd U.S. president.
Yep. Preach.
Piece of shit slave owner, but
racist. That's
exactly piece of shit slave owner, racist, what have you. But even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
But he said, and he believed that the Constitution should be rewritten every 19 years, because he doesn't believe that the dead should govern the living.
Yeah.
And I think if we can adopt that sort of mentality, that sort of philosophy, it would make sense to amending the Constitution, man. Just fixing it up as time goes on. Things change. Society
I agree.
changes,
Of course.
Yeah, we have to adapt. You know?
I agree with that as well. But I still do think there should be a Second Amendment in there somewhere.
Big fact.
No matter what.
No, but
in my opinion,
no, Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Sure.
I mean,
just
the right to
change
bear
it.
arms.
Yeah,
Just change
the right
everything
to bear arms,
else.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm right with you, but change it so that people aren't getting semi-automatic weapons.
Yeah, semi-automatic or not. Yeah, I don't think we should have any of that. But yeah, to get back to it, what we were talking about earlier about censorship, I do feel like companies that have it in their bylaws should have it. And for example, YouTube and Facebook, although I don't know much about Facebook, but one company that should have it is TMZ, right?
Right.
They're the ones that put out everybody's business out there.
TMZ is messy.
Damn,
boy.
man, word.
Messy. They get you coming out the whip with the wrong shorty. They get you going into random buildings. You cannot be low.
They be fucking people up.
Dog.
But yeah, this week they posted a story of Paris Jackson. And she attempted suicide allegedly.
Yeah.
Because she denies all these claims. So yeah, she's gonna be 21 in April, and this is her second recorded suicide attempt. The first one being in 2013.
Damn it, man.
She says that this didn't happen. That she just had an accident which required medical attention. So,
But
what do you think?
No, I definitely agree. Like a website like TMZ, it's supposed to be like a news website, you know? Even if it's like gossipy news. The fact that some of what they release has immense ramifications, I do think there is a responsibility there, you know, to be a bit more cautious or a bit more careful about how they go about releasing info. But I don't necessarily, like we said, TMZ is in one lane, those other sites are in another. But for Paris, like I feel bad because allegedly this is due to the documentary Leaving Neverland. I wonder if the producers of the show, you know, feel a bit responsible, or if the accusers feel responsible. It's a funny situation because it's like, yo, if you really did get molested and you're telling your story, you know, you shouldn't be made to feel any way about the ramifications of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think TMZ
TMZ be
has
out
anyone
here
ever
fucking up.
sued TMZ? Do you know?
I have no idea. I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Right? We were
Who
heard
knows?
about it.
There's lawsuits all over the place. Will Smith said he gets sued about 8 times a year.
Good Lord.
And I never hear about these things. So TMZ probably gets sued
be
50
settling,
times.
man.
Yeah.
Damn. No, but suicide's no joke. So for TMZ, I'm like, you shouldn't play like that. Yeah, because she's saying she didn't attempt it. She was saying it's all lies. It's on her
Yeah,
Twitter.
motherfuckers, have all the info out first.
Exactly. That's all there is to it, man. I have to throw this out there for anyone who's struggling with suicide, because suicide, again, it's a real thing. People are really going through things. There's the National Suicide Hotline number.
Talk about it.
It's 1-800.
It's in the Logic song.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh word. He put out a song.
He put out a song.
Yeah. I didn't learn the number from there because I don't listen to Logic. But
everybody heard that one song.
Yeah. Fuck that. I ain't hear that shit.
What's the number?
It's 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. Like, it's all a joke and matter until it's like one of your boys that does it, one of your loved ones that does it. So
you had a friend that had committed suicide before?
Nah. And when I think about it, not that I can think of. Have you?
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, man.
Someone in high school, college?
Well, younger sister, you know, as well.
Ah, right.
I was cool with her.
Word.
Like, as much as we're like 5 years apart. Whatever.
Right.
But then my older brother's friend committed suicide as well. And matter of fact, the guy we used to play baseball with also committed suicide.
That's what I'm saying, man. Suicide is such a sensitive topic. But it's real. You know, it touches so many people. Like, you don't think it will happen to you until it happens. And then everyone looking around, oh, I was just with him. Why didn't he talk? So TMZ needs to be more careful. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, motherfucker. Although she denied that suicide.
Yeah, she denied it, and I'm going to believe her. Like,
yeah, me too.
You know,
let's give her the benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt, exactly. Speaking of TMZ and being messy,
talk about it.
The other day on the New York Post, I saw that a mob boss, and for those of you who don't know, the mob is still alive and well.
Yep.
Even though, you know, it's kind of a little more under the radar right now. But my boss, Frank Cali, or Francesco Frankie Boy Cali, 53 years old, was killed in his driveway. And it was all over the front page, and mob killing. You know how the New York Post likes to sensationalize shit.
They love it, man.
And it just made me wonder, like, why are we as a society? Why are we so infatuated with
the mob,
the
baby?
mafia? Yeah, organized crime. Like, why do we care? Like, why is it on there? Why?
I think because of
Front page
media.
news,
Media, man. The way that they were portrayed, coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll speak for myself. When I was young, I used to see movies like Goodfellas.
Right.
And
Classic.
For a long time, that was my favorite movie.
Godfather, classic.
Jimmy two times. You know what I'm talking about?
Let me go get the papers.
Let me go get the papers. Yeah. So yeah, the way they're shown and portrayed in movies, like as a young kid, these guys are cool. Like, you want to be like these guys. They were making all the money, breaking all the laws, and weren't getting in trouble. And when they did get in trouble, if you see Goodfellas, they were locked up, but they were eating steak and lobster.
For real.
Top of the line, baby.
Dog.
So they weren't really locked up.
Away from everyone else.
Yeah, away from everybody else. Everyone's on payroll. And I think that's a big part, the media. Or not the media, the way...
the portrayal.
The portrayal in not the media. I mean, it is media, movies and stuff. Yeah.
Multimedia,
and movies and stuff. I was infatuated with Maya Lansky, as I was telling you.
Right.
Yeah, because that guy...
Tell the people about Maya Lansky.
Only non-Italian, never got caught, and made it out alive.
Word.
You understand me?
Jewish homie. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's still a shitload of his money that no one has been able to find. Yeah. That's a good accountant for you right there, baby. You know what I mean?
Exactly. He was an accountant for one of the five families.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit more to do with the fact that we as a people like living on the edge. We like living right before the fall off. It's the same reason you fuck without a condom on. It's the same reason people drink and drive. It's the same reason people don't wear the seatbelt.
Don't do it.
Like, all these little things. It's just, towing the line of danger. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you could catch an STD. You can get somebody pregnant. Or you can get pregnant. But, you're out here, you just rolling the dice anyway. Or, you can drink and drive. You can die. You can kill someone else, but you still be rolling the dice. Like, I think we as humans are drawn to danger.
I think so, too.
And for most people...
I like that notion.
Yeah, I think we're drawn to danger. But most people are too afraid to actually act upon that attraction. So this mob life, where they're... organized crime and kind of just
crime, man.
Living above the law, whatever, however you want to slice it. I think that shit is appealing to people, man. And then every once in a while we're reminded how real it is whenever somebody is bodied outside of a restaurant,
or when you get caught and start singing like a canary. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
6ix9ine, baby.
Get that 6ix9ine. It's that same wave, man. And I honestly think that's it. I think we're just infatuated with danger, but most of us don't really want to be in danger,
Yeah.
But why do you think we've been hearing less about the mob, though?
I think, they're just smarter these days, that they keep their things,
Where Gotti fucked the game up. He was on Front Street.
He's the one that, he was out there doing
$1,000 suits.
Exactly, yeah.
Talking to the media, yeah.
If we learn one thing from American Gangster, remember that movie?
Yeah, that fucking mink coat, man.
Got him
don't
fucked
put
up.
on that mink coat, bro.
Buddy, don't buy those flashes. Don't buy all that shit,
You're doing
man.
dirt, lay low. Hell yeah. I want to say rest in peace to Frankie Boy, but
I'll say rest in peace, Frankie Boy. You gotta do what you gotta do, baby.
I don't know, man. The mob, I have a funny, not a funny, but a tumultuous relationship with them, because they're committing crime, and dude, a lot of times it's extortion. They put small businesses out of business. They affect people's real lives. So it's like, it's all good and fun when it's in the movies.
All good and dandy, baby.
Yeah, it's all sweet when it's in the movies, but shit, there are real people's lives getting fucked up.
I think that us, the minority, should copy a lot of things they do. And I don't mean like extortion. I mean like, everyone does their illegal things.
Right.
But find a way to legalize yourself, right?
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's the thing. The mob, they started off super illegal, but then they got into politics.
Yeah, no, they started illegal, but then
congressmen.
They're the ones that have all the sanitation jobs now.
Exactly.
They have private sanitation.
Unions and
even now, buddy. Even
now, they're still,
they had the unions, the Teamsters. The Teamsters got caught with all those mobsters a long time ago.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's what, dude. Everything can be taken from someone, good or bad. You know, however you feel about the person. I'm sure there's something that can be learned there if you look hard enough. You know,
The mafia was even in sports, buddy.
oh yeah, with the gambling, they were
in
shaving
Boston,
points.
remember that?
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
you know what school was also in gambling with the mafia and everybody?
Who?
City College, baby.
Oh, like way back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day, yeah.
Shout out City College.
That's why I said it.
CCNY cheating out here.
Let's talk about it, man.
Word, but on to the sports. Shit.
So some
Speaking of City
deportes,
College,
talking about,
deportes, the athletes.
Let's talk about it.
March Madness.
March Madness, baby.
For those of you who don't know, March Madness is the annual college basketball tournament.
Yes, it is.
Where 68 college teams compete for one championship, and there are rankings 1 to 16 on 4 sides, and it's basically a one-game elimination situation. Yep. And it's a big deal because there's tons of money in it, and the players still don't get paid, by the way.
God damn the NCAA, man.
NCAA robbing people. But yeah, March Madness is a big deal if you're around bars or whatever, you know.
Even if especially if you're in one of those college towns. Like,
college town, forget it. Forget it.
I was going to say Alabama. That's the one that always comes to me just because of the school.
Crimson Tide. But dude, even Georgetown, Syracuse.
Georgetown, yeah.
Like, people go hard. But okay, so for March Madness, who do you have in your Final Four? Let's just get straight to the Final Four.
This is breaking news, guys, because I'm predicting the future.
Let's get it.
Calling it now.
Will Stradamus.
I have Duke versus Michigan. That's the 1 and 2 seed from the West Division and the East Division. And then I have Tennessee and Kentucky. And that's from the South and the Midwest. All right?
Okay.
Those are my Final Four, baby.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
On my end, my Final Four is Duke, Florida State, Purdue, and North Carolina. I'm putting Duke in there just because I enjoy Zion, exactly. And North Carolina because they really play as a team. The other two, I'm kind of gambling. I mean, dude, the Final Four is for real college basketball fans.
Yeah.
March Madness is really for the casual fans that first weekend. It's really for the casual fans. That's when all the craziness happens, when a 12 seed beats a 5 seed. As the tournament goes on, the teams that you expect to win are more likely to win.
Yeah.
So, all the fun, for those of you listening, all the fun is early on. So Thursday the 21st is when the madness begins. That's when you should tune in. If you're a casual fan, that's when you tune in.
That's when St. Mary's is going to beat Villanova.
You got it? You put it down already?
Yeah, put it down already.
All right. But since we're making predictions, that is also when Murray State and John Morant are going to beat Marquette. 12-5. Absolutely.
Marquette. That's Butler's old school, no?
Word, your boy Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, man.
Jimmy Butler, man.
So let's talk about Jimmy Butler first.
Jimmy.
Last week they had a
Jimmy
game.
Jam.
They had a game against
James.
They had a game against the Chicago Bulls.
Right, my bad.
Against the Chicago Bulls, and last play of the game.
Chicago Bulls, his former team, by the way.
Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are his former team. Now, last play of the game, they're down 2. He missed the final play of the game. Time runs out, and the Sixers lose the game. Now, they thought they lost the game. It goes into review, and like any other review, it takes a long time.
Yeah.
So when they're back there, they tell all the players that there's more time on the clock.
Right, they all got to come back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone had to come back out. But while all of this, Butler's yelling out, "You better draw a better fucking play. You better draw a better fucking play." Is he yelling
at someone or just like
he's
yelling it out
He's
loud?
yelling to one of the assistant coaches, I believe.
There you go.
But with the head coach right next to him.
Right.
So that the head coach could hear it.
Okay, I didn't play in the NBA, so maybe it's different at that level. But Jimmy Butler, shut the fuck up, bro.
Yo.
You're not good enough to be disrespecting your coach that way, man. I understand in the heat of the moment, people speak a certain way, and it's kind of a given, it's understood. But there are too many instances where Jimmy is just out here violating either his coach or violating his teammates, and he doesn't produce enough to warrant this rope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I don't think he's a superstar. He's not a max player.
Play ball.
That's why I don't want him in New York ever.
Oh no, I don't want him in the next jersey. And tell me, so whenever they came back, did they draw up the play for him?
So they come back, they draw a different play. The play's for him. They get him the e-bound, and he fumbles the ball.
He fumbles the ball, and they lose the game.
Yeah, and they lose the game.
That's what I'm saying, man. Jimmy.
I hope the coach yelled at him or someone.
That's what I'm saying. If the coach yelled at him, it would be a whole thing. Jimmy,
Jimmy, I know
Jimmy.
you're listening, motherfucker.
Jimmy James, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. You're not good enough to be
Yeah.
disrespecting your coach that way. I'm sorry.
He better get it.
I feel like
together.
Jimmy Butler needs a teammate to punch him in the mouth.
I think he needs someone to get him
You
in
know?
check. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It kind of goes back to that bullying combo.
Yeah, man.
Goes back to that bullying combo,
That
man.
son
Jimmy
of a-
might need to get beep beep right quick. You know,
She
like,
got knocked
beep, beep.
out, right?
Yeah, like a light beep beep.
A quick one too, man. Where's
Where's the guy from the bar? Yo,
where's the guy from the bar?
From the
He
bar
talk
in,
about
in
it.
North Carolina. No, speaking of people getting knocked out, Panthers offensive lineman, your boy Taylor Hearn, he was in a bar and got into an argument, and he's caught on video. He steps outside to continue the argument with the person, and he gets pieced and drops like a sack of potatoes.
Yes, sir.
And dude, Taylor Hearn is 6'4", 315 pounds. Like he's a big boy.
That's a
you
big
know?
boy.
And he's charged with protecting Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying?
Word, word.
That's his job.
Word.
He has
His
to protect
job is
the
to
quarterback.
protect another man.
Yeah, so you would expect
It's like the
him.
bouncer getting knocked out.
Exactly. Word. How many times have you been to a club, and you know there's usually some bullshit outside the club? Does the bouncer ever get knocked out?
Nah, man, those are
No.
some big boys.
You feel me? Bouncer got a taser. Bouncer got his other bouncer boys, and they tag team or something.
Kevin Hart had a joke a long time ago. I don't know if you remember this.
What?
This one he was funny. That
Shots fired.
that his bodyguard got knocked out, and he resigned that day. Because if he's getting knocked out,
Hell yeah.
who the hell? Why the fuck would I need to pay you?
For real, if you're gonna
You
get
know?
knocked out, you serve no purpose here. But I saw this Taylor Hearn video, and well, okay, what do you think when you saw it?
I think when I watched the video, I think he's intoxicated. It looks like
Of
it because he's
course.
like a little wobbly
he's
wobbly.
got a little two-step going.
Yeah, but this goes to show David beat Goliath again. Because that other dude doesn't look as big as him.
That guy's like 5'10".
5'10". Yeah, no. Yeah, I think you're confusing it in the video. There's one guy that's shorter.
That's what I'm saying.
No, wait, it is
guy.
It is the short guy. that knocks him out.
He's the one that knocks him out.
God damn.
Dude, the first thing I thought is Taylor Hearn ain't been around enough MMA fighters. These
I know.
MMA dudes will be 5'7",
knock a mother
dog,
out.
and they will put you in the Kimura Mora and have you.
Kimura, baby.
You feel me? They will throw your leg over your fucking neck and have you saying all kinds of prayers. Like you
He's
can't
lucky.
just because you're bigger, you can't be out here thinking you can get away with disrespecting people, man.
Yep.
This is it's a new day, it's a new time.
Buddy, everybody goes to the MMA shits now.
Exactly, bro. You feel me? Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
When did
Talk
that
to
happen?
everyone.
You know what date it was?
When Taylor got two-pieced? Nah.
2 days ago, no?
Something like that. 2-3 days ago. Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get Stone
He's
Cold
still
Stunner on
feeling it today.
316 day.
Word, it could have been so much worse. Like no one got arrested.
No one got arrested.
He got up and went back to party, according to TMZ. I mean, we can't trust TMZ all the way,
TMZ.
but TMZ messy. But should he be suspended by the NFL?
You know what? They suspend other people for fighting in the club, yeah. So, man,
Gotta
treat
be
everybody the
consistent,
same.
man.
Yeah, treat everybody the same, but
I keep
be
that same
consistent.
energy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Suspend them.
Fuck it. Taylor.
Just because you've done it to everybody else, man.
That's what I'm saying. Or change the rule.
Yeah, keep the energy the same.
Yeah. Will, talk to me, man. Do you have a yin and a yang for this week? Something that brought you, something that pissed you off, and something that brought you some
pissed
joy.
me off. Yeah, let's talk about something that pissed me off first.
Yeah.
And
Talk
this is at Vox Media, the parent company of The Verge.
Okay.
And a shitload of other companies, but we'll talk about The Verge for this. They put a video out on YouTube showing people how to put together a PC, and it was completely wrong. Completely wrong. And they're supposed to be a tech giant.
Completely wrong, like it's misleading.
They were putting components in the wrong areas.
Oh,
They
wow.
didn't wire it correctly, so it was gonna fall out. They put the fans on backwards. Exactly. And The Verge is supposed to be a tech giant. So
Get it together, Verge.
YouTube, obviously the internet doesn't lose, and everyone was seeing this and they were making fun of them. They were doing parodies on them. And Vox Media, these sons of bitches, they were issuing
Damn it, Vox.
these motherfuckers. They were issuing I forgot the legal term for it, but basically they were getting all these videos put down.
Okay. Cease and desist.
Cease and assist. There you go.
Okay.
Damn, you're a smart man.
Hey man, I'll be.
They were putting all these cease and assist out, so all the videos were getting taken down. YouTube took all these videos down from all these individuals. Nobody was getting monetization, none of this, because Vox Media was basically shutting everybody up.
Yeah.
Because they made a mistake.
Right. So they fucked up, and when people are pointing it out,
they were calling them out,
shutting people up.
Exactly. They didn't want to be.
Get the fuck.
And I think that's bullshit, man. Like, if you made a mistake, own up to it.
Amen.
You know.
Amen.
And you shouldn't try to censor someone. This goes back to the censorship from earlier. You shouldn't try to censor someone because you made a mistake, or you shouldn't try to censor someone. Period.
Right.
Period.
But because especially when you're the one
especially when you're at fault and you're out there trying to shut everybody up.
No.
Yeah. So fuck Vox Media.
Word. Fuck Vox Media. If my man say fuck you, then fuck you. All right.
Exactly.
The thing that pissed me off, and it's sad because when I think back to my time in high school, similar things were happening. But I saw a video. Yeah, y'all know I be on these videos, man, and they be working me. I saw a video of a classroom, and a young man snatches a teacher's wig off.
Oh my goodness.
And when I tell you the rage that I felt,
oh my goodness,
in my chest,
talk about
in my fucking heart, dude, man, because they're doing this job. Sure, they're getting paid, but they're doing this job to teach you.
To help you, motherfucker.
To help you. And I get it. Some teachers are shit teachers. I get it, man. I've had a few shit teachers.
I had a few too.
You know, but there's a certain level of respect that I feel teachers warrant. And this student just completely didn't comprehend that. And he snatched her wig. Like, I wish there was another student in that classroom with a fucking set of balls to check that kid, you know? And I wouldn't have been upset if that teacher would have put her hands on him. But I watched the shit and I was dead ass sitting there tight. Like, I had to get off my phone because it was like, whoa, I let this get way too far. But and like I said, when I was in high school, someone did something similar and I wasn't there, but I saw the video about it. They were talking about it afterwards. And I'm sure I laughed when I saw the video.
Me both.
But I don't know. Maybe it's hindsight that allows me this clarity. But yeah, that shit was disgusting, man. That shit was disgusting. And that kid is lucky. I mean, I'll leave it there. That shit is disgusting.
What about something good?
We gotta end on a high note.
We gotta end on a good note. And here's my thing. Obviously, you guys all know I'm a Tom Brady fan. All right, so
disgusting.
Tom Brady, baby.
Move to Boston.
So Tom Brady.
Sucio.
This has nothing to do with Tom Brady though. But I'm a Tom Brady fan. So as long as he's in the NFL, I root for whatever team he's on. Happens to be the Patriots.
Tom Brady kisses his son in the mouth. Continue.
But
his grown ass son. That son like fucking 32. Anyway, my bad.
With tongue and everything. But I am a Jets fan. I was when I was little. And we've been doing a lot of spending, buddy. We're trying to get back in we're trying to end this 8-year drought.
Exactly.
So we signed
since Rec's been gone, there haven't been any playoffs, right?
We trash, yeah. We got 8 years. I think we don't make the playoffs.
It's been a minute. Where?
And they're spending a shitload of money this year and this offseason. I mean, so we signed like Bell.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell,
who's arguably one of the best.
He was
in Pittsburgh. Yeah. He left
running
that
back.
cancer team.
Yeah. Or fuck the Pittsburgh. See, you see what my
Steelers.
man Antonio Brown said.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. The Jets, hopefully, they make it this year. They do something good. They lose to the Patriots, but at least they make the playoffs. And we'll leave it at that. You know, brings me joy. Tom Brady, still number one.
First of all, I respect Tom Brady, but fuck him. Okay, fuck every Boston sports team. Fuck every Boston sports hero. They can all eat a bag of. Ooh, I'm gonna chill because my sister and my sisters be listening to this, so I'm gonna try to keep it clean there. No, the thing that
Eric has a Kyrie shirt on right now.
I do not
from
have
Boston Celtics.
Oh, disgusting! I'd rather be naked in the street. Okay, the thing that brought me joy is the New York Knicks beat the Los Angeles Lakers. And at Madison Square Garden, you feel me?
2 sports.
Exactly. Yeah, we went back to sports. LeBron James played, and my man Mario Hezongonja. I don't know how to say his last name, but it's Mario. They call him Super Mario. I don't find him to be that super, but he's all right. And on this play, he was super. You feel me? He got a block on LeBron last minute, last second, and boom shakalaka. The Knicks got a win.
By 2.
Exactly, by 2 points. And it's not too much of a win where it affects their tanking. You know, we got to win every once in a while. I loved it. And
not too much, though.
Yeah, no, not too much win. We can lose the rest of the games, and I'll be okay. But this one against the Lakers, against LeBron, I was feeling it, you know?
I hear that.
But Yeah, man. Will, you think we're all talked out of shit today, man?
For today, only, my friend. For today only.
Don't get it
Yes,
twisted.
sir.
Being that it's only for today,
Only for today.
do you solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
to keep talking that shit?
to keep talking that shit,
My
baby.
brother, hand over heart. I also solemnly swear to keep talking that shit. This was another hot and sizzling edition of No Facts, No Problem. Audience of one. Ain't no name yet. The name matters. Keep talking shit. The daddy and the man. The bald and the bearded.
Talk
And
about
that ain't making no sense, but you know what it is. Rah, rah. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be good. Peace.
Later, man. One. That pussy. Liam.